It's your favorite friends at the UBCO Student Life, and I'm Nimrit.
I'm Mia.
I'm Tigist.
I'm Iman.
And we're here to talk to you today about why we love UBCO and why we think it's worth it to come here. And especially if you're a prospective student considering whether or not it's worth it, maybe you should listen to us and see why UBCO is such a good place to be.
Love you.
Yeah.
We're excited to talk to you today.
We are. And we're also going to be working on these cute little coloring pages, courtesy of the Senior Collegium. Shout out.
Shout out.
Yep. And yeah, so sit down, grab a snack, relax, maybe grab your own little activity, and hang out with us.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question I want to talk about right now is, what do you guys think makes UBCO a unique experience compared to other schools?
The campus is like a small, but like the community is very like, it's good for like the community because it's like very close, you know, if that makes sense.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I find that like having the small classroom sizes has like really benefited me just in like so many different ways of like not even just in finding community, because like first of all I feel like it's so much easier to find community because you're seeing the same people all the time. And so like you get to be like, oh my god, I think you were in the class that I was in, or like, wow, I keep running into you. And then on top of that too though, I find that like something I really like and appreciate is like how I can get really close with my professors.
I was
gonna say that too.
No, like do you like to go to like their office hours and stuff, or like how do you?
I feel like even if like, okay, first of all, office hours is one thing, right? Like, but for office hours, if you can have the chance to just book an appointment, then you're set. But like just in class, if you just, because it's like so small, like not so small, but like because it's like more closer, it's like if you raise your hands, your professor will remember you.
Right.
Especially like last week, I went for this. I participated in this research for this lab on campus.
Oh, nice.
And one of the students, he's volunteering at one of our psychology research labs. Shout out to him. I don't know what the lab is, but yeah. And he said it was easier for him to sort of just like keep in contact with the professors because the professor knew him from class. Because in class he would like, I don't know, like raise your hands, or even if you don't, it's just like after class you could just meet up with the professor, because like the campus is so small and like the population is like smaller. It's like they kind of remember faces better.
It's easy to be memorable.
Yeah,
here.
it's easy to be memorable, and I think especially in university that's quite an important factor, especially for those who are just like trying to find ways to kind of like, I don't know, volunteer, get into labs, whatever. Yeah,
Absolutely. I think, in my opinion, coming from a transfer student, I used to go to a different school in Calgary, and feeling the community here and like recognizing people so much more, and that's such a easier way to make friends, in my opinion. Like that's kind of how Iman and I got closer, I'd say, and also Nimrit and I got closer before we even started working together, because I would just see them around campus all the time and we'd just talk.
This is true.
It's a great way for making friends.
And it's also a good way to like get like even like a campus like job. Like,
True.
you know what I mean?
You should talk about yours.
Well, I guess because our boss was saying, like, actually when I came in to do the interview for this, my boss said that she actually recognized me from a previous video that Mia did, or it would have been Mia in the other gang, in like the previous gang, but
Shout out Idea.
shout out Adea and Sana. But like it was literally like they just came up to me when we were like doing one of like the on-campus events, and I will say UBCO, like that's something else that I find is a really big perk, is like I feel like we're always doing stuff here. Like literally we just came back from having our carnival today, which like they do at the end of every year, which is like honestly something I really look forward to. And they just came up to me and they were like, tell us about a club on campus. And so that too, like there's so many clubs on campus, and I got to speak about like one of the clubs I was part of. I mean, if you couldn't tell, my favorite club is clearly the fashion club. My boss told me that she recognized me from that video, and I don't know if that necessarily was help me get my leg up and help me get the job in the first place, but it was memorable.
literally. And that's what we said about the whole research thing. Being in the video, like you can be memorable here. Not saying that you can't in like other schools, obviously,
but it's easier.
It's easier. I didn't intend to be, but and yet I do know that these people will remember me.
Oh, we'll remember you for sure.
Realness.
I'll be remembering you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will remember Yeah, and eat it up.
Q2. What's like a standout memory from like a program or like a really impressive like academic memory that you have from school? Like a standout program is in like a class that you really found incredible, or like again a research opportunity that you found was really just like cool, or just like just like a fond academic memory, I guess.
From my experience in terms of academia, similarly to what we were talking about earlier, it's I feel like it's easier here to be memorable. So being memorable in your classes will lead to future opportunities for students. I've interviewed a bunch of students that work on campus and that have really interesting jobs, and they are just noticed by their professors and they're like, hey, do you want to work with me? And then they're like, actually, yeah. In their degree, in their discipline, it's like super like niche jobs that you would never be able to find anywhere else. That's like very related to their specific degree. For me personally, I thought it was cool that in media studies, I am in media studies, for our class, at the end of the term, our projects were presented at the UBCO art gallery, the FINA gallery. So that's such a great, it's great experience to be on exhibit, to put that on your resume, to have experience, and to be able to talk about that.
No, exactly. That's actually a really cool opportunity. And the fact that it directly aligns with your major too, which like I feel like that too, like people are always struggling really hard to get something that actually like is like makes sense with the major that they're doing or is relevant to the work that they've done. So the fact that you could like literally be in an exhibition and like already experience that, because that gives you so much future experience too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
No, exactly. And like in my case too, like I don't know, I've definitely like I feel like I've taken so many classes here that are like really memorable for me and like have genuinely like changed the frameworks of like how I like view
me too.
Just like overall the world.
Literally.
Even. Like there's so many like a lot of the gender and women's studies classes I've enjoyed. Like I'm an English major, so like obviously my forte is English, but I take a lot of like theory-based classes that are really cool. There's like this one class on like ecofeminism. I haven't actually been able to go in that, but I've heard so many stuff, like so much good information about it from like my other friends and stuff. And yeah, like I just feel like, and even like in STEM too, because like I was a STEM baddie for 2 years.
STEM baddie.
Yup. And we do have a STEM baddie with us too. Well, arts baddie, but like
I didn't know you were a STEM baddie.
I was in a biology major. That's
you learn
like
something new every day, y'all.
Yeah, lore drop moment. Which actually, this is like relevant to a question later, but because I wasn't supposed to actually stay at UBCO.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, exactly. So actually, I came to this school. I'm a biology major. Rare. I don't know why, but actually, I know exactly why. Anyways.
Real
we won't talk about that. But yeah, so I came to school as a biology major. Yeah. And even the 2 years that I spent in a biology major, like obviously like, it just 2
is long.
Oh shoot, when we met, I forgot that you were still a science baddie.
Yeah, I was still in science, but when we met, like I technically, like I would say maybe like 1.5 years.
Yeah,
because like I kind of switched mid-second year.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I was supposed to only spend like my first year here and then transfer back to University of Calgary.
Right.
Or, like not back to, because I couldn't get in. That's their own fault. If anything, y'all missed out on a baddie.
Real.
I don't need them anyways, but
because we're here.
Yeah, because I'm here, and I didn't need them, and because it's way better here in my opinion. But anyways,
Loving it.
Yeah. So I was supposed to stay in or go back to Calgary. So the fact that I'm even here in the first place is like something else on its own. But I don't remember what I was saying in the first place. I do apologize.
That's okay. No, we were talking about how the different academic opportunities.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, but so even in STEM and stuff, like I remember, like, and also like I do still have a lot of friends that are in STEM as well, and they always talk about like one of my friends like got like co-op, and then through the co-op actually was able to get a master's opportunity and is now able to like go full ride into master's and
full ride.
Great. Yeah, like I think like she's getting like. My girl has definitely got some scholarships, so but yeah, like the fact that like she's just like she was able to get that opportunity so easily and quickly, and again they do so much research in STEM as well. Like I don't know, I just remember already like knowing that there was lots of opportunities for me in STEM if I were to stay in STEM.
Yes.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
Iman, you
it
should
is deep.
talk about the competitions you joined.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
yes.
yeah. Well, sorry, I'm so into this drawing thing, guys.
No realness.
Anyway, I'm a psychology major, psychology of arts, bachelor of arts, but I'm also taking a minor in management. How does that collide? It will. It makes sense. When you think about it, it makes sense.
It makes sense.
It makes
Yeah.
sense because
You know what you're talking about.
Exactly, because I'm literally learning about people
Real.
and who's be running the companies. It's
Ooh.
the people. So who's gonna put them in check if it's not the people?
Right.
Anyway, because I was in UBCO, I had a friend, a management friend, and she told me about like some competitions, like case competitions, management case competitions. If you know, you know. That's just like available, and of course you could join it, like just like a nationwide kind of thing of like if you just want to join it with your friends and stuff. But I personally was able to join one because it was under UBCO's MSA, like our Management Student Association. Is there management in UBCV?
They have business.
Business?
But
They
I
have
don't think
business.
they
They
have
have
management.
They have, yeah, they have solder.
Solder.
Anyway, so I was able to actually join this competition with my friends, and it was super last minute. But I'm like, guys, I'm graduating, might as well.
Might as
And I
well.
got third place.
Ooh.
Third place?
I got third place, and guys, not only did I get a trophy, I got money too. Did you guys know that?
Money from the
I did.
From the
school.
school.
Damn, I did not know that.
I got money too. So,
Wait, what was your project? What did you do for the competition?
like, basically, I got a case study on like 8 a.m. no 9 a.m. on a Saturday, and then we had to analyze the whole case and then present our findings and our like recommendations the next day.
See, and so you got to like take all of the information that you learned from classes and,
And
actually
apply it.
apply
Exactly.
it somewhere.
No, literally, because I was pulling up slides from my other classes to refer back
Real.
to actually put that in the case competition,
Yeah.
and I won.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you better.
I was also able to present like in front of like employees from like M&P, like
Nice, nice.
consultants and stuff, and it's like it's wow.
That was a
we're-
really great opportunity.
We're professional. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like just an amazing opportunity, and it's like it happened on campus too.
Yeah.
Wow. See, and like so much like networking could happen there.
So much
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like there's lots of networking events too. Like I know that the
Oh, yeah,
psychology union also holds this like huge gala that they do too, where you just get to literally
Yes.
network with your professors
Yes.
and like people in the field, and like the way that way you can already put your name out there, and again like get opportunities for research or a future job or like whatever you want, or like letters of recommendation.
Yeah.
Like there's just so many different ways you can just get leveled up just from simply
literally.
being here.
It's from simply being here. Is
Literally.
the T. Is the T.
Yeah.
Real bad.
And like even I have a professor that I took in my first year. I'm in my fourth year, by the way, guys.
She's graduating.
I'm
She's
graduating.
leaving us.
And I took a class with this professor that I had it during my first year. But at that time, it was the class was full. But I really had to get in because I needed to graduate. I needed the credit to graduate. And then she said, "Oh, I remember you." Guys,
Go back to being memorable.
We're back to being memorable. Like, and because again, the class was like small, and it was just so. Well, honestly, she's just an amazing professor.
Aww.
Love her. I absolutely love her, and I just love.
Honestly,
the way
you can
she
shout her
teaches.
out if you want.
Megan Odala, I love you.
Okay.
It's like, and
This
so-
one's for you, Megan.
yeah. Anyways, so I did really well in her class because I really enjoyed the way she teaches, and also I just felt like the environment was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that put me to success in the future. She was
Yeah.
like, I remember y'all, because I said, I did really well in your class before. And she said, I remember you. I remember you.
'Cause
And,
she
and then
did
she
really
let
do
me in the
well.
class.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because, yeah.
Wow.
That's
Love
so
it.
Exactly. Whereas like, and in like other places, like I'm constantly hearing from my friends from other schools where it's like their professors like don't even know they exist.
Yeah.
You know? And like you can't blame them.
In
'cause,
like a
you're-
300-person class.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like you can't blame them for
Yeah.
like not noticing people, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
completely different here. Whereas in like if you are like on top of it, you answer, or even again just show up to office hours or whatever
Yeah.
way that you like show up in a class, like a professor will take note of it.
No,
And-
exactly. And
Yeah.
they also like give you like references, even like if you do
Yeah.
come like close with your professors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is I think amazing.
And if you want to like further your education
Yeah.
or get like an academic job
Yeah.
or like things like that, y'all, you're gonna need those references.
Exactly.
Like, hella not, like,
Yeah.
hella not.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ooh, this one's kind of like hashtag deep.
Oh.
Ooh. Do you feel like you belong here?
Oh,
Oh my god.
like here in this room with y'all.
Well, duh. You're in this room.
Obviously.
But
Yeah.
on this campus in UBCO, do you feel like you belong?
This is a really interesting question, and I'll have an interesting answer, I think.
I'm excited for
Maybe.
this.
I think in some ways, yes and no.
'Kay.
And that's very
And
much
we love
because
honesty.
no, and I'm just gonna be honest because I think it's very much like tied to my identity and who I am. Just because,
Like UBCO is tied to your identity story, or
sorry, like my answer is tied to my identity.
'Kay.
Like. Imposter syndrome. It's hard because I'm surrounded by so many intelligent baddies. Like, do you see who I'm with right now?
like-minded people find like-minded people. I
Well,
just want to
thank
say.
you so much. But yeah, sometimes it just gets to you, and like I have really good days and really like days where I'm like, damn, like guys, am I smart enough to be here?
Okay, real.
But you got the acceptance letter. You got the acceptance
Yeah,
letter.
exactly.
You got the
Exactly.
acceptance letter, and you're here. They wouldn't let you here if you wouldn't belong here. So you just have to keep reminding yourself that.
Yeah.
So I have some days where I'm like that. However, another part of this question is diversity. Huge. I grew up in Calgary, which was
represent.
represent. Where it was quite diverse over there. You know, I hung out with people of color all the time.
Exclusively.
Exclusively even. And my family decided to move here when I was like almost 2 years into my university career over there. And I was like, oh no, guys. Because from what I've grown up knowing, Kelowna has a very like white population.
Yeah.
And I was just worried that I couldn't find people of color, is just the truth of the matter.
Right. And
I
that's
wanted-
a totally valid thing to
Thank
worry
you.
about.
Thank you.
I was terrified when I came here that I
Thank you,
wouldn't
yeah.
find like people that looked like me.
No,
Yeah.
literally, because I don't know how I would navigate that space. That's what I was worried about the most.
Absolutely.
And I before going into school here, I worked full time in downtown Kelowna, and the demographic there is very much that. So I was just like, is this what school's gonna be like? And I was really nervous. But when I came onto campus, y'all, I found my people. And honestly, it's not necessarily always a racial thing. It's just like-minded people that think in very similar ways, have very
Exactly.
similar worldviews.
Comes from similar backgrounds.
Exactly,
Too. Like
exactly.
again, like we can all relate on like, well, obviously take us, but like we can at least the three of us relate about being Asian, having a Asian background.
Yeah.
But then like, and then like, you know, but also immigrant families, like that dynamic too.
Absolutely. So just finding people that understand, and then I just noticed that most of my friends, like when I came here, when I started making friends, were international students because they just got me down.
No, and we actually have a really big international
Yeah,
student
no,
population.
definitely.
That's a really good point. There's so many international students here, and I learned so much from them, and I just love my international student friends. Y'all know who you are.
I totally agree with you with the yes or no part because like I grew up in like Enderby and I was like
Yeah.
the only black girl for like
Oh my gosh.
years.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like coming here was like a big change for me and I was like, oh my god, I'm not like alone. Like you know what I mean? So I felt like it kind of, I don't know.
That makes
It
my
just
heart so
reminded me
happy.
of like
No, me
home.
too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it felt nice.
Yeah,
Personally,
absolutely.
but yeah. I also agree with you. Everybody does feel like smart. Like you know, you definitely have those days.
Yes.
But you can get through them. Like for sure. Yeah.
No, exactly. And honestly, I feel like you just have to remind yourself, like, I'm at UBC.
Real.
Like,
Exactly.
UBC wanted me.
Exactly.
But like, 100%, I totally get that. Because,
Yeah.
like, because again, the, like, UBC backing of it all, like, it feels
Yes.
like there's so many people who are, like, you
Yeah.
know, like, just, like,
Yes.
walking
Yeah.
it at all times
Yeah.
and, like, doing the absolute most. But comparison is a thief of joy, y'all.
The thief of joy.
Oh my god.
That's
Thank
well
you.
said.
Thank you. Write that
Yeah.
down, y'all. Write that down.
Write that down.
Right now. I don't know. What about you, Iman? How do you feel?
Okay, I kind of forgot the question.
Like, do you feel like you belong?
Oh my god. Well, I feel like me personally, throughout all my life, I've always moved a lot. Like I've moved a lot. Like from my kindergarten to high school days, I've been to a total of 10 schools.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, so I feel like, in one part, it's kind of like, oh, because I moved so much, it was easier for me to adapt to like new things.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like because I moved so much, nowhere has ever like felt like I've really been there. You know what I mean? But I think Kelowna, maybe it's because me being here, I'm at the age where I kind of like grow to learn more things, like just better. You know what I mean? Like I came here when I was like what, like 17 years old. So like, oh my god,
Wow.
That's
17
so
years old is
crazy.
crazy. But
Wow.
anyway, so it's like, I don't know, like when I look at Kelowna, I generally just feel like it doesn't feel so foreign to me. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
And like and when I go to campus, it doesn't feel foreign as well. Like honestly, to be completely honest, when I went to high school, like back in high school in Calgary, like one time like last year, I visited the high school again for some reason. I think because I was trying to show my friends something. I don't know, but like when I stepped into that school, I still felt like it was kind of more detached from myself. But like every time I look at UBCO, it's kind of like this. UBCO is a part of me, and I'm part of this community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
so
sweet.
nice.
Would you go so far as to say it feels like home here?
I would. Well,
Or
I don't know.
away from home?
I don't know if it's like too much to say because I live with my siblings. So home, because
Yeah,
like
home is kind of here then.
home is here. Like
Yeah.
my home is literally here. Like,
Aw,
yeah. Oh my
that's so
God.
sweet.
That was actually really sweet.
So sweet.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no, you guys set up shop. You guys like
Yeah.
really like settled in here.
And the thing about Iman and her siblings, they're iconic.
Yes.
Iconic. Shout out Regina. Like, miss you down, girl. Miss you.
No, for sure. And even for myself, like I feel like I really came into myself in Kelowna. Like I feel like I've grown and changed so much. Like if I think about me at 18 years old versus the person I am now, like whoa, she wouldn't even know what to do with me.
Realness.
Like, but like she would admire me, and that's what I feel
Absolutely,
like. That's what we're all striving for, at least,
Yeah.
is to like honor our past selves. And but just like I don't know, the person I've grown into, like I feel like I've really been able to just blossom a lot and like just become the person I was meant to be and like feel myself and like. Yeah, I don't know. And I honestly, I feel like I owe a lot to Kelowna in that way. Like, I feel like Kelowna really helped me grow. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
All right, Q4.
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 Oh, this is kind of like similar. Actually, really similar, in fact. How have you found community here? And did you find it quite easy to find your people here? Whatever your people means to you.
I will say, I'll try to keep this one short, guys. I was very, very, extremely fortunate to get this job in my first year. And this job has forced me, in the best way, to talk to so many different students. Because my personal goal in this job is to represent student life and to represent the diversity that is on campus.
Yes.
That's my personal goal with this job. So I get to talk to so many different kinds of people, and that's like one of the greatest joys I have in this job.
Yeah.
And through that, I've been able to find, again, like-minded people, people that I really connect with, and people that really understand me, like the people sitting at this couch with me. So yeah, finding community through reaching out, because actually, may I add a quick anecdote?
Of course.
Before I
Anecdote.
started like reaching out in that way, I tried a semester of trying to be like a mysterious, cool girl. My very first semester here, when I'm actually not that at all. I'm
You're
a yeah,
cool.
but thank you.
You're cool.
I like to think I'm cool, but I'm a chatty gal. I'm a chatty
Yeah.
gal. No, but I was like, no, I'm gonna try and let people come to me. No, be yourself, y'all. Be yourself.
Yeah.
Be yourself down, because that got me no friends for real.
No, and also because you became your true self.
Yeah.
the reason why we became friends.
No,
Because
literally,
Mia talked to
literally.
me in class.
Literally.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, community is what you make of it, and like where you go looking for it. I think at
That's
the same
well
time.
said. Yeah.
That's such a good point. Yeah, that was such a good answer.
Thank you.
How do you write that down?
I feel that I kind of like struggled in the beginning, like especially with like making friends. It's like I think it took like at least the first like kind of like the first term
Yeah.
to really like find who I want to be friends with, and
Yeah.
I did like hide myself like in my room until like I had class.
Yeah.
But
Which is real.
No,
Real.
literally, yeah. But I definitely think like since getting this job, like I guess last year, it has helped me a lot in like many ways. And, like being more confident and more like approaching, or you know what I mean? Yeah.
And I see that progress in you.
And you've gotten so
You've
good
gotten
at
so
approaching.
far.
Thank
Every
you.
time I see you talk, you talk to like
I'm so
these
proud
couple
of
of
you.
girls this morning, and I saw that. I was
Literally.
like, oh my god.
Thank you guys.
Literally
It
so
felt
much
like
pride.
looking at my
Yeah.
daughter.
I'm dead
I'm
for
heading
real.
away for college or something.
No, because you guys helped me
all
so
the time.
much.
Real.
No, like I don't think I would have made it without you guys. You guys have been.
Vibes might feel a little different right now, and listen, just don't question it. You know, I don't need to answer to that, and the video is gonna be good regardless. So
Yeah,
exactly.
if it feels different,
Yeah.
you know, we're just changing it up on you.
Yeah.
We're keeping you on your toes.
Yeah.
But if you're curious, the camera died.
Well, if you want to,
Yeah,
like,
I
you know,
really wanted to
destroy
know.
the mystery, like, okay. So we were last talking about how we would describe UBCO's vibe.
Iman was talking about earlier about how it really depends on like who you hang out with. I agree with that. I also think it really also depends like on the weather. Because like if it's sunny, I am gonna be in a good mood.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
If it's like raining and like it's like gross out, like my mood isn't gonna be like,
Yeah.
it's just gonna be like maybe neutral
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah.
like I don't want to be here. I should be
Yeah.
at home in my bed.
Okay,
You know
true.
what I mean?
True.
But yeah.
No, the vibes definitely do suffer a little bit during winter.
Exactly.
But I will say, I feel like they make up for it in their own ways. Like again, like they'll do like cozy activities to like get us like staying
That's
in
true.
and like staying warm.
Yeah.
But also, I will say, like winter's the only part that I feel like when it sucks, and also like rainy weather, obviously. But even that too, sometimes it's nice like to like come outside and I'm like, it
Yeah.
feels like I'm in like a movie moment.
Yeah,
or,
it's giving Twilight.
Yes.
Kelowna doesn't have those like massive like weather changes.
Yeah.
Like, up north there would be like a lot of snow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I completely
Like
agree.
here it's more neutral and you're like kind of in the middle. You're still getting the snow. Like if you want to go like snowboarding or like like skiing, you're still getting that, but like not for too long.
Yeah.
And that's what I
Exactly.
like about it.
And then when the sun comes in, she comes in full blast, you know?
Exactly,
But then,
exactly.
and also what I find is like, maybe not an underrated aspect, because I feel like everybody who comes here really loves it, but fall at UBCO,
oh my god.
dude,
Yes.
it is so beautiful. All
It's
the
so
campus
pretty.
color, like all the
Yes.
trees change leaves, like the leaves change colors,
yeah.
and like, it's so beautiful, like the
So
most
pretty.
vibrant, like
Yeah.
literally guys, because also Calgary, like again, we don't have a transition, like we don't really have fall, because like it's immediately, like it's September and then October, then we're snowing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's nothing in between, like, and like there's a little bit of like a drudgery, like gross little period, but like
Yeah.
again, it's not beautiful. But here, oh my god, like experiencing fall here, and like
Yeah.
again the leaf, like it's so many vibrant colors, and it's just so beautiful, and it's such a like it's genuinely such a vibe, like
Yeah.
and like there's so many people who take pictures on campus of
Exactly.
like fall on
Yeah.
campus all the time, and I feel like that's when it's the coziest time.
It's
So it makes it feel
nice.
really like
I know.
academic and studious.
No,
too.
Exactly. And like
Yeah.
even events like do that like kind of like fall kind of
Yeah.
events kind
Yeah.
of thing, right?
Yeah.
Whether that's like doing like a movie night or like
Mhm.
slumber parties. I don't know what they do, but
Mhm.
I assume that. But yeah, or like pumpkin carving to like really make it festive.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
literally. So I feel like we would all say the general vibe depends on the season, depends on the people,
Yeah.
but overall is like beautiful and true.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you'll get like if you're searching for that sort of vibe and you just like if you know what kind of, well, not saying like you would know who to find, but like again, because Kelowna is kind of like more smaller and stuff, I feel like you want to connect yourself with that sort of community, like trying to discover that community. It's not the biggest hurdle.
Yes.
It's more so about like, you know, being in touch with them, but like, yeah.
Yeah, no, because also like, and now I'm just thinking about it too, because like also like last week when we were filming Bring the Heat to the Sea, like
Yeah.
I'm thinking about like now when the summer's out, like the courtyard is always packed. Like there's
Yes.
always people who are outside. Again, like people will just be playing frisbee. Like
Yeah,
people
they're,
will be
like, dancing.
Yes, exactly. There was
Yes,
like
the
music
salsa,
playing.
yeah.
We have, again, because there's like a Latin dance club here, so they were just
Yeah.
dancing outside. Like it's very like outdoorsy. Is like it feels like the city is alive or the campus
Exactly.
is alive. Like it
Yeah.
really feels like the campus comes alive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, for sure. It feels like university is university.
Yeah.
you know?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, so general vibe is slay.
It's like
Slay.
all the way.
All right, guys,
Slay,
we're
slay.
at our final question. What are you grateful to UBCO for? Kind of a wholesome thing to end off.
For making me feel like I belong. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that for sure. And like I'm grateful for like the friendship that I've made on this campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm grateful to UBCO, like I said, for helping me become the person I was always meant to be, I think. And again, like just not even just my friends in the community, but even like the connections I've made with my professors and stuff. Like I don't think I would have ever been able to like have the deep relationships with the profs that I do if I was at any other school. And like literally I ride the bus home with my profs sometimes. Like they're like, that's how like down to earth they are. And like also just like, again, how small it is, but like you can literally take the bus home with your prof and like kiki with your prof and like have such a good time with them. And like so many of my profs have inspired me in so many ways to like do further with my life and to go into these ventures. And like they've just like motivated me, and they're like, they recognize like good in me, and they make me like, it makes me want to do more for myself. And so I don't know, I'm grateful to UBCO for just like, again, how much it's done to help me grow, and like I feel like continue to grow too.
Yeah.
That's really well said.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just so grateful to UBCO because like I was able to meet them, and I was able to meet the people that I know in my life now, that I know that I will be continuing to know until the future, because this friendship isn't going to end here.
Exactly.
Well, I feel like that about sums it up, guys.
Wow.
Thank you so much for sitting down and talking to us today. Well, we talked at you, but,
Yeah,
but
thank you for listening to us.
yeah.
And genuinely, if UBCO is something you're considering, or you're hesitating to come here, or you're about to come here, you don't know what it's about to be like, take it from us. It's gonna be worth it, and you will have a good time.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love it here, and we hope you will too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So see you next year.
You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be
You're
okay.
gonna
Coming
be
over-
definitely, yeah.
Coming here, you're gonna be more than okay.
more than okay.
Got a new life.
I got a
Oh, she's in the sun.
Thanks for coming along.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.